Virgil van Dijk has just shut down contract rumours in a way that leaves no doubts. What's really going on behind the scenes? And let's talk about that performance against Spurs, 4-0, total dominance, Wembley here we come. But this wasn't just another win, there's something happening at Liverpool that should have every rival shaking. Arne Slot has sent out a clear warning, Liverpool is only getting stronger. Is this the beginning of something even bigger? Stick around, because what I'm about to tell you could change everything for the Reds this season. Before we dive in, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe so you never miss an update on everything happening at Liverpool. Let's get into it. Alright, mate, let's clear this up right now. Virgil van Dijk is not having any of it. All those rumours flying around about him and Mo Salah signing new contracts. Absolute nonsense. And the skipper himself has shut them down in no uncertain terms. Liverpool's contract situation has been a bit of a cloud hanging over what has otherwise been a fantastic start under Arne Slot. No one's escaping it, every fan is desperate for good news. And this week, social media was on fire with claims that Van Dijk and Salah had put pen to paper on new deals. Sounds great, right? Only problem is, it's not true. Speaking to Sky Sports, Van Dijk was as cool as ever when asked about his future. The only thing I'm focusing on is the game ahead of me, and I'm feeling good, he said. And let's be honest, you can see it, he's playing like a man on a mission. But when it comes to his long-term future, I've got no idea, he admitted. So, for anyone out there claiming to have inside info? Virgil's message is crystal clear, they are absolutely wrong. Now, obviously, every Liverpool fan is dying for some positive news, especially after another dominant display from the big man in that 4-0 demolition of Spurs. That performance booked the Reds a place in the Carabao Cup final for the second year running. Absolute class. As for what's next? Van Dijk isn't losing any sleep over other teams. It's about staying calm, working our socks off, showing our quality, and defending with everything we have, he said. And he's spot on, there's no point stressing over the rest. Liverpool's fate is in Liverpool's hands. Keep winning, keep pushing, and see where it takes us. Okay mate, Liverpool absolutely ripped Spurs apart to overturn the first leg deficit and cruise into another Carabao Cup final. Let's be real, Tottenham never stood a chance, did they? Coming to Anfield, trying to hold on to a one-goal lead against this Liverpool side? That was never going to end well for them. The only surprise was how long it took for the Reds to level things up. But once Cody Gakpo smashed home Mo Salah's ridiculous outside-of-the-boot cross, you could feel it coming. Liverpool had already taken 8 shots to Spurs 0 before that goal, this game was only going one way. Second half? Pure dominance. Salah was pulling the strings, Darwin Núñez got wiped out in the box, and Mo stepped up to coolly bury the penalty, sending Liverpool into an aggregate lead. Game over. Spurs had about 3 or 4 minutes of hope before Dominic Szoboszlai put the nail in the coffin, finishing off a slick Connor Bradley through ball. And just to make sure they felt the full force of Anfield, Virgil van Dijk powered home a header from an Alexis Mac Allister corner. 4-0, Spurs humbled. Liverpool flying. Now it's time for Wembley, where the Reds will face Newcastle on March 16th, with Arne Slot getting his first shot at silverware. But before that? A title race to focus on and a Champions League quarter-final to chase. Cody Gakpo, what a player he's turning into. That's 21 goals and assists for him this season, and it feels like he's properly arrived now, doesn't it? He started the season behind Luis Diaz in the pecking order, but right now, that left-wing spot is his. He's got everything, a wide outlet, a goal threat, and a link-up play that just works. And with Liverpool's front line looking like it could see some big changes next season, Gakpo has made sure he's sticking around. And then there's Mo Salah. Another game, another goal, another assist. That's 44 goal involvements this season. Every 65 minutes, he's either scoring or setting one up. Just let that sink in for a second. And that penalty? Just outrageous. No goalkeeper in the world is stopping that. His contract situation is still up in the air, but right now? Just enjoy watching him while he's here. It's a privilege. Tottenham, though? That was rough. Ange Postecoglou is a great manager, but this job is turning into a nightmare. Spurs are falling apart, injuries are piling up, and the top four is slipping away. How much longer does he last? That's the big question. Next up, Liverpool head down to the southwest for an FA Cup clash against Plymouth Argyle before a postponed Merseyside derby against a David Moyes-led Everton. The Reds are rolling, the football is electric, and the trophies are in sight. Mate, Liverpool is only getting stronger, and Arne Slot knows it. After another dominant performance at Anfield, the Reds are heading back to Wembley, booking their place in next month's Carabao Cup final with a crushing victory over Spurs. Cody Gakpo, Mohamed Salah, Dominic Szoboszlai, and Virgil van Dijk all got on the scoresheet, sealing the deal against an injury-ravaged Tottenham side. And let's be honest, Liverpool looks unstoppable right now. Top of the Premier League, still fighting on four fronts, and now just one game away from the first trophy of the season. Slot himself put it perfectly, this team is only getting stronger. His reasoning? Simple. The more this squad plays together, the better they get. More games, more training sessions, more chemistry, it's all clicking into place. And while some people think playing too many games leads to fatigue, Slot sees it differently. If managed properly, the players don't get tired, they get sharper, fitter, and more dangerous. Reaching his first final in English football is a special moment for Slot, but you know what? He's already thinking ahead. When asked about it, his response was classic, "It is pleasant, but my thoughts are already on Sunday. No time to celebrate, there's an FA Cup game against Plymouth to prepare for." That's the mentality of a winning manager. And Virgil van Dijk? He knows what it means to get to another final. The captain summed it up best, "Nights like this, where there's a lot at stake, getting to a final again, we don't take that for granted." Liverpool fans don't either. Wembley is calling. The first trophy of the Arne Slot era is within reach. But this isn't just about one final, this is about a team on a mission. The Premier League, the FA Cup, the Europa League, everything is still up for grabs. If you're loving this ride, drop a like, hit subscribe, and let's enjoy every moment together. Big games ahead, big trophies in sight. Let's go, Red!